It's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach Jovonnie, host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast with one of my special podcast guests, Coach Natasha with Black Star PT Wellness. Y'all, today is day 2 of the Owning Your Day experience. Y'all, we're doing reduce lower back pain for workout. And I'm so excited about this one because, y'all, that lower back pain is a sign of endometriosis for most people, but at the end of the day, it is hard to reduce. And you think all you could do is do a heating pad? Coach Natasha about to show us exactly how we can reduce that lower back pain. And I'm super hyped about it. All right, Coach Natasha, you ready?
I'm ready. I think I am. So welcome back to day 2, everyone. Thank you for joining us for day 1. For yesterday, we worked on our upper body, just kind of getting into this, right? Let's warm up in the morning. Let's work this upper body. Let's challenge the shoulder region to help with our shoulder. Maybe you have shoulder or wrist pain, neck pain. That was what that was for. Now we're into this, the weeds of it, right? That low back pain, hip and pelvic pain. I'm a physical therapist and a fitness coach. So I was telling Jovonnie the other day, when I hear pelvic pain, I'm thinking internal pain. But I definitely understand that pelvic pain can be all around. In the physical therapy world, I do treat women who have low back pelvic pain as a result of the conditions that you're here for today. So we're going to get right into it. Today's activity, because it is centered around the low back, hip pain, pelvic pain, is core and mobility. Why? Because the foundation is everything. If we don't have this, we don't have this core canister, I'm sorry, that pain is just going to keep lingering. We don't want that, right? And it might sound strange. Some of these exercises are going to seem simple. If you were here yesterday, and if you weren't here yesterday, you can go back and watch the replay so we can build this up these 5 days. You're going to see we did a workout, right? Today, we're going to slow it down, focus on stability, focus on mobility, and you're going to be like, okay, well, why? But you're going to see at the end, the goal for low back pain, managing low back pain, reducing low back pain, is having a strong core. Our core is 6 different exercises. We have the diaphragm at the top. We have the pelvic floor on the bottom. We have our internal and external obliques that come around here. We have what's called the transversus abdominis that runs low and deep. And then in the low back, we have the multifidi. I'm not asking you to remember your anatomy today. I just want you to know that there's a whole group of exercises that come together. It's not the abs. It's not the show muscles, that all those crunches. It's this whole canister that we need nice and solid. And think about it. If your spine is going up and down your back and you got this whole thing around it, supporting it, how can you have pain? So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to get right into it because I know it's early and we all got to go and own our day. So what we're going to start with is a gentle warm up of the hip flexors. I want one leg forward, one leg back in this kneeling position if you can. And you're just gently, I want hands on your hips, just gently going forward and back. Now this should be good. We're working on this area here, the hip flexor, which is the front of your thigh. We're gently opening. So I'm always going to keep my posture tall, meaning I'm not poking out and I'm not dumping down. I'm nice and tall. And I'm only going where my body allows me to go. I'm not going to try and go too deep. The goal isn't to get down. I'm not doing yoga. We're warming up. Let's do one more here and we'll switch sides. If for some reason, keep going, Jovonnie, for some reason kneeling is not your friend, you could always do this standing and you're just gently, that's even too wide, just gently going in and out. So you could do this standing. Let's say you're at work and you're just, I got to get up and stretch. Do it in a standing position. All right, let's switch legs. So for those of you standing, you look like this and you're just going forward and back. Okay, nice and easy. Forward and back. You should feel a stretch here. Again, I'm standing. My back is straight. I'm not doing this. And I'm not poked out here. I'm not hurting myself. That's another big tip. If you do have back pain, be mindful of your positioning. You don't want to be overly arched. You don't want to be overly slouched. You want to find that neutral, which we'll talk about engaging your core. You don't have to walk around with your core engaged. That's not what I'm saying. But you do want to be mindful. What position am I in? If you're having back pain in a position, what am I doing? Am I sitting slouched? Am I sitting on my tailbone? Or am I sitting on my actual butt? Am I my head down and I'm super rounded and I'm feeling it back here? So there's a lot of different things we can do. We can just change from a posture standpoint to help reduce back pain. Okay, let's take it down to the ground. So I want the knees bent, arms are wide like a T. We're gonna take the knees over to the right side, just gently rotate. Keep it here for a few seconds. We just woke up. We want to stretch out the body. So for those of you who wake up, maybe with low back pain or stiffness, this will be a nice one to bring out that spine. Now I want you to gently bring both legs over to the opposite side. So my knees are both going left and I'm looking right. I'm trying to keep my arms down. My palms are facing the ceiling. I'm trying to just allow my body to open and stretch. It's the morning. This might be the first thing you do or the last thing you do before you go to bed. Just we're taking it easy. Let's do one more exercise. Take those knees over to the right, look to the left.
I can really feel this loosening up my lower back. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm. And again, over to the left. And I'll make this comment. So I have people come in, they're like, yeah, I do that. And then I yank on it and it pops. And I'm like, why? Like, what was it? Why did you feel you had to take it to the extreme? We don't always have to have a pop. We don't always have to overstretch. This one here, it's gentle. You're just going side to side. If your body makes a noise, maybe it pops on its own, that's okay. But when you take your hand and put it on your leg and yank your leg so that it causes a pop, this is where we can kind of keep some of this pain going. We're exacerbating our symptoms. Okay, come back to the middle. Now I want you to bring both knees to chest. If you can, give yourself a big hug. So pulling those knees into chest. Now, depending on how you're feeling, and then bring them down. So we're going to do this for repetition. So down. Good. Bring it back up. Give yourself a quick squeeze. And then bring it down. So if you are having low back pain, this might feel good like a stretch. But if you're having pelvic pain, again, if you don't like this, keep going, Jovonnie. You could always do a single leg where you do one leg at a time and then switch. If this feels good, you can have your knees bent. You can have your legs extended. It all depends on what your body feels is comfortable. The goal of this exercise is to you are warming up the hip and we're stretching the lower back while lying on the floor gently. So you have options. You have both knees into chest, down, up, if you physically can do this. You have one knee, keeping the knees bent, or you have one knee, keeping the opposite leg long. All righty, we're getting into this. So while we're here, this is how we start. I want both knees bent. And all of you, take your fingers, put them on your stomach. It's your stomach. Go ahead and touch it. You have your pelvic bones that should be pointing up to the ceiling. I want you to find those pelvic bones. Go in about an inch and just keep your fingers there. You're not pushing into your stomach. You're just holding your fingers there. What I want you to do is pull your belly button in the spine like you're getting into some skinny, skinny jeans. You have been working hard and these jeans, I'm getting into these jeans. So I need you to suck in that stomach. But listen, I'm still talking. I'm still breathing. So you shouldn't be holding your breath. You're just gently, keyword, drawing your belly button into your spine. You might add a small kegel. You should feel some tightness, some firmness under your fingertips. Do you feel that, Jovonnie?
No, not yet. I feel my legs shaking.
Okay, you're doing way too much then.
Okay.
You're doing way too much. So your legs are, everything is light. Everything is light. The only thing I want you to do is think about your belly button. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Like pull in like you need to stop yourself from peeing.
Okay.
And then do you feel anything under your fingers?
Yes.
What are your legs doing?
Chilling.
Perfect. That's it. So right now you've engaged your core. So when everybody says you engage your core, that's what it feels like. You should not be squeezing your butt. Your legs shouldn't be trembling. You should not be holding your breath. So
that's
if you are
exactly what I was doing. Thank you, Coach Natasha.
Listen, because that's what people, I don't know how to do it, and I'm sure. And I'm like, well, first of all, you shouldn't be growling. Like, that's nowhere near it. But what I'm saying this for, because this is the beginning of everything. So everything we're going over today, I need you to know to do this, because if you're doing this, you're stable. This is the beginning of core stabilization, is this right here. So while we're here, I need one leg up. Bring both legs up. Yep, both legs up. Good. Stomach is in where you feel that nice and tight. Once you tap your heel down, bring it up. Yep, and then the other leg. So we're doing this. It's a marching abdominal. So here we go. Tap, up, switch, tap, up. Keep going. So as you keep doing this, I'm keeping count. You should be breathing. No matter who's doing this, you should be breathing. If this seems hard, you start from the bottom. Keep going, Jovonnie. If this is hard, you start here and you just work your way up. And that way you have a little bit of stability from the ground. But the goal is you're keeping stable. I'm still working in my lower abdominals. I haven't stopped working. Tap, up, tap. We're doing 3 more each leg. So 1 and up. Here's 2, up. And here's 3, and up. Switch, up. Good. Now, we're going to work in the same position. Go ahead and relax your legs. Shake it out if you need to. Showing you bicycles 2 ways. So you've got bicycle crunch that we all know from all of our aerobics and fitness classes, right? So this is definitely a good one. But if you're doing this, you should be able to do what we just did. Keep that stomach in a little bit so my back is flat on the floor. For some reason, when I'm arching like this, I'm going to hurt my back if my back is coming off the floor. If I'm arching, meaning I'm too weak to be in that position. If that was the case, I have my arms down, my head is down, and I'm just working here. So you pick which one works for you. But what you want to see is that you are able to do what we just did. Keep your back flat on the floor, and your legs are going out about 45 degrees. So look, I'm pushing out. My legs are straight, and I'm coming in and out. So this is modified bicycle, or we take it up, bring chin tuck. Fingers on my temples. I'm not grabbing my neck, and I'm just going to add the rotation. So we've got 15 of whichever one you're doing. Ready? Let's go. Every other leg is 1. So that's 1, 2, and for this sequence today, we are going slow. 3, because a big part of keeping core stability and understanding your body. 4 is actually feeling these muscles. If you go way too fast and you don't know what you're doing. 5, that's number 1, how we can get injured. But you don't ever really figure out. 6, what does that mean when they say tighten your core? How do I apply that? 7, to exercise and everyday living. When you do it slowly and you actually feel it. 8, it'll kick in. Your body will just know what to do. Here's 9. So we have 15 of these, so keep going.
I like that you said keep your back flat. Don't let it arch. I know that would be like a thing I commonly would do if I was trying to do this by myself without you guiding me.
Love it.
And so I feel keeping it flat and straight. It makes me feel like I'm properly supporting my body while doing the movement.
Exactly. You should feel like your stomach is working pretty hard, even just to keep your back on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stability. That's core. That's how we build our core. If our back is arched, we're just honestly just putting extra pressure into that same area that we're trying to avoid pain. Let's do one more each side.
The only place I slightly feel it is in the right side of my inner hip.
Right side of inner hip?
Yep, right here.
Was that where you had pain yesterday?
Pain was right here yesterday. Inner hip right here. I think it was probably like being real tight. And when we started opening up the hip flexors, because that is typically the hip flexor that gets a little tight for me.
Okay.
So we're engaging it. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, honestly, you're just working muscles you probably haven't worked. Your body exactly what it is. If you would have done this before, cramping during bicycles. No shade. Don't worry about it. This is how this goes. This is honestly how this goes. And you have, and the other thing is, just to feel, don't feel bad about anything. You have a condition, an area that is trying to fight all of this. So we're doing tug of war right now, right? So you said yesterday you had pain, you're having some stuff, so your body's already like, oh, I'm really not happy. And here we are asking those muscles to do some work. So you're probably gonna feel this one more than you felt yesterday. But this is gonna be good for you, I promise you.
It's gonna be great for me.
We're gonna get onto our side, and we're doing side planks. Now, before anybody gets upset, I'm gonna show you modified. That's what we're focusing on today. Like I said, I want you to understand your body, understand what this feels like before we start advancing things. I can have you on one leg, arm into the sky. What's the point if you can't hold your body, right? So let's get on your forearm. Pick whichever side you want. I'm on my right side. Before I start my modified side plank, so modified side plank, I'm gonna be this thing. This is what I'm talking about when I say a side plank. But before I get up, I want to make sure, where's my elbow in relation to my shoulders? I'm not trying to hurt my shoulders. We just worked it out yesterday. So my arm is at a 90-degree angle. When I look down, my elbow is under my shoulder and my weight is over this. So when I come up, I'm not using my arm to get me. I'm actually going to be using my hips, but my body is over all of this. So I'm not stressing my shoulder. Same thing. When I come up, I'm thinking about drawing my belly button in like we just did. I'm going to push this hip to the ceiling. So I want to squeeze my butt and lift, and my knees stay down. I want you to push your pelvis forward. I want you to feel like you're going forward. You're not back here. So if you look like this, or you feel like you're rounding, you're in a horrible position. Come up. Open up that chest. Pull the pelvis forward. Stomach in. Squeeze your booty. And let's hold this position. Hang out here. We're going to do 30 seconds. If you can. If you can't, you do as much as you can until we get to 30. And then we're going to stay on this side for another exercise and then go to the other side. So this whole time, in order to maintain any plank, whether you're side plank, forward plank, you are squeezing your booty and you're pulling your belly button in, but you can still breathe. This is what's going to help you. So squeeze everything. I need you tight, tight, tight. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down.
Whew. I'm glad you told me after we were in it how long we were holding.
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. You got bonus points. So if you are watching the replay and you want to try this again, you're like, that was easy. I want to do more. Then you could do a full plank. You don't have to do this, but a full side plank would be just extending the legs, same position, straight. So if I look down, I have shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, all in the same line. Okay? Next one up, we're doing a side plank. A modified side plank with a clam. Work those external hip rotators, okay? Again, great for pelvic stability, great for lower back stability to help reduce pain. I'm going to show you. If it is too much, believe me, I got a modified version for you. I promise you that. So we're going to be up in our side plank, and we're lifting the top leg for 10 times. Okay, while we're holding this position, if that is too much, if it's too much, you stay down and I need you here. But when you're here, you're not just swinging your legs up and down. I need you to feel your booty tighten and come down. Every time you lift, it's tight. Come down. Ready? We got 10. So if you already started, those are bonus points. Lift up in the modified side plank. Let's go for 10. The goal is to stay stable. 5. So stay forward. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. How does that feel?
Good.
We have the other side to do. So, nothing easy about core stability. Exercises on the mat, exercises on the floor. They look simple, they look light. Sometimes they are. But they're getting those small muscles, those ones we avoid. Okay, I can't do that doing a squat. I'm not hitting those muscles. I love squats. I'm not going to diss a squat because I love them all today. But I have to do these to protect my low back and protect my joints, honestly, so that I can do those things. All right, we're going into our modified side plank for 30 seconds. And let's go. Lift up and hold. So unlike yesterday, this one we're just running through. Because if you notice, we're holding longer. We're building endurance muscles, so we're not going to go through and do it again. Now, if you feel like going back and rewinding and doing it all again, feel free. But this will not be one of those like 10 reps, 3 times a 10. No, we're building endurance. And that's how you strengthen that lower back, that pelvic region, your pelvic floor to help reduce your pain. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Good work. I see you with the arm lift. Okay.
Need to stretch so I don't let go.
All righty. Now we've got your favorite side plank with the clam. We just have 10. Ready? Let's lift and go. 10, 9, 8. Breathe with this one. 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty. Good work. Okay, so we're into our last few. So we've got bird dog, which is in that hands and knees position again. And then we have quadruped hip extensions. This is the one with or without a band. I will show you both. So first, let's start in our bird dog position. So we're in hands and knees. So if you're someone who does yoga or Pilates, you might have seen this before. This is a classic stability exercise. So we're back to hands and knees. So my wrist, elbow, shoulder are all in the same place. So we're not hurting ourselves. If you're dealing with wrist pain, like you were saying yesterday, if you needed, you could make a fist if you can control this position. If this is too hard, then go ahead and be flat. I want you to look down at the floor. You're going to kick your right leg back, push your right leg into the back wall, reach forward with your left hand like you're going to touch the front wall, and you're holding this position. Now, while I'm here, I'm strong and pulling in. My back is flat. If I'm dumping or falling over, you can put the toe down and then reach forward. So you pick which one that you can maintain stability. Hold and switch. Left heel back, right leg, right arm forward and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Really work on pulling in and being stable. That's what this is for. 3, 2, 1, switch. I need one more. Reach forward, reach back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Good work. Now, we're in that same position. We're going to work on, we're going to kick that right leg back. We're going to lift it 15 times. Now, when I lift this, I'm not doing this. I'm strong and I'm just lifting my leg. This is what's lifting, not the rest of my body. Now, if you wanted it to be a little bit more challenging, you could add that long band. You would hook it around your foot. So let's try one first. Hold it. So I have my hand on the band. I kick my leg out. Don't let it snap at you because it will. And you would be kicking back. Okay? Not so much up. Actually, you can. So you would be here. But you really have to work on flexing the foot to keep the band on your leg. Okay? So we have 15 each. I'll show the band, you show without. Right leg. Ready? Kick your leg out. Let's go. 1, 2. And I want you to squeeze your butt at the top. 3. Squeeze that butt in. 4, but you're not arching your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Other side. All right, we're looking down. Kick your left leg out. Keep that head looking down and lift that leg for 15. Here's 2. Squeeze your butt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, for some reason, if this was bothering you, 8, you wouldn't go as high. 9, you definitely wouldn't add the resistance. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. All righty. We're almost done. I want you to sit it back. Actually, let's hang out. We're going to do some cat-cow, which looks like this. And sit back in a child's pose. We're actually almost done. We're going to get our morning routine is done. Good. Now come back up. So look up, poke your butt out, look up. Round everything, look down. And then sit in the child's pose. Stay here for 3 breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Come back up. Let's do one more cat-cow. So poke it out, look up. Round your back, look down. Sit in a child's pose for 3 breaths. All righty. My segment is complete.
Girl, that was absolutely
great. Now,
Coach Natasha.
You're so welcome. So this is definitely something you can come back to. Any of you can come back and do in the morning, or like I said, in the evening. There are definitely days during the week, especially when I'm stressed, feeling tight. I'll do something like this after my day's over. I've done all my responsibilities are over. My only responsibility is me. So then I get on the floor. I do a gentle stretch, some little bit mini Pilates, and I go to bed. And you'll notice how your body is like, okay, it needs to, like you said, the hips. You might be carrying whatever, and sometimes we just need to open up those hips and stretch those hips. And you'll notice, oh my God, I don't feel as stressed out. It's not even tight. It's like, oh, okay. So I encourage you to try something like this. That was 20 minutes. It's probably less than that if I wasn't talking so much. So.
Well, I had a good time. My hands.
I'm excited. Let me check Instagram. Oh, you're there too.
Wash my hands.
I'm gonna just reach back to our Instagram for folks.
Okay. All right, Coach Natasha. Did you tell him who you were?
I think I did. So I'm gonna say it again, and then I'm on I'm also streaming through Instagram. So the people on Instagram so far are enjoying it. So if you are joining us today,
awesome. Thank y'all IG for pulling up with us.
We're on day 2 of our 5-day wellness experience. I did some technical difficulties, so I didn't quite stream this properly yesterday. But don't worry, there's a replay up for day 1. We're only on day 2, so you're joining right on time. Today is reduced lower back pain through movement. So we did a core stability and mobility workout. If you missed it, the replay is up. We're going to have it on both of our channels as well as YouTube, so you can go back and watch this whole entire playlist. So every morning for the next 5 days, or 4 days now, 3 days, we just finished one, it's 6 a.m. Eastern as best as we can and 5 a.m. Central Time. We are doing this challenge, this wellness experience with you. So give us grace if we're not quite there at 6 a.m. because it's a struggle to get out of bed. So I'm Natasha Taylor. For those of you who don't know me, who are on Jovonnie's platform, I am a physical therapist and a fitness coach. I help women manage pain and prioritize their health through strength training. I help you avoid injury, be able to do exercises like this, teach you, right? So all of that cueing is to help, okay, you are able to do these exercises, but you have to understand what it feels like. This was a core stability beginner exercise, but I did it on purpose because I want you to feel, what does that core feel like? What does it feel to engage your abdominals when you're watching YouTube videos, you're watching these Instagram posts, or you go to a class and they're like, engage your core and you're holding your breath. That's not it. So if you need some more cueing, go back and watch the video again. I really get into what that feels like, what it should feel like. Once you master this, you can do all those other things, right? I'm not stopping you. I love doing those extra funky looking exercises too, but because I've been doing this, I know what my core feels like and how to engage it. So that is my spiel. Now it's time for Jovonnie. Let's get our green drink in our bodies to complement all of this, reduce our inflammation and our back pain. I'm going to grab a chair so you keep going.
Or what Natasha just said, your legs start shaking and you're not breathing and they have to tell you you're doing too much because you don't know exactly what you're doing. Y'all, it's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach Jovonnie. I help those with endometriosis, polycystic ovary syndrome, reduce that chronic pain, eliminate that distress, and minimize irregular or heavy periods through my M to the 3rd degree healing empowerment formula. That's mindset, mindful movement. Y'all, so today, in my anti-inflammatory guide, y'all, where you turn your pain into power, I have some juices smoothie recipes. So yesterday I gave y'all the anti-inflammatory berry smoothie because I had some strawberries, mangoes, peaches, pineapples, some coconut water, some spinach, some dates, had all of that goodness in the anti-inflammatory berry smoothie because it had strawberries in it. Today I'm going to give y'all smoothie number 3 on the anti-inflammatory guide. The LINK is in my BIO. Get that absolutely FREE. All right, when you download it. Number 3, green anti-inflammatory smoothie. Whew. And I don't know if you had yours yesterday. Mine was very good. I'm usually a juice person, but my smoothie was good. My mama even said it was good. So y'all, today we're doing mango, pineapple, and papaya chunks first. And so I got this exotic fruit blend where it's all in here frozen together from Sprouts. And remember, I'm not making it just for me. I'm making it for me and my mommy. And she got in day 1. So if you can, send it to your mama so she can get a day in day 1 as well, and tell her to bring a friend. So that is the papaya. I think that's good. You think that's enough fruit?
I think so.
For 2?
Yeah, that's quite a bit of fruit.
Enough for 2. I got turmeric, y'all, and ginger, both really, really, really good for anti-inflammation. What do you mean anti-inflammation? Inflammation causes the pain. It causes the swelling, the bloat. A lot of people in my marketplace with endometriosis get that endo belly where we look almost like 3-4 months pregnant after eating something that has gluten or dairy or high processed sugars. So the goal is to really focus on anti-inflammatory foods to decrease the inflammation in your body. But y'all, it's not always just about food and how you're not moving. It's also about the distress. So not being able to process your emotions, managing, eliminating, not having healthy boundaries. So all of those things are what we talk about in the My Healing, My Journey program, y'all, in the community. And you already know how I do. I don't do bananas. I've been pulling back on the honey, and I've been getting in the dates because they're high fiber rich, y'all. So I did 4 yesterday. I'm going to do 4 today, even though we got a little turmeric and some ginger. And here's the coconut water. Y'all, all coconut water is not created equal. All right. All coconut water is not created equal. Not at all. The first time I had some, I was like, ew, this is very, very disgusting. But there are some that I do enjoy. And so this is one, Cocoa Joy. No pun on that. I do enjoy Cocoa Joy. But Cocoa Joy is one that I really enjoy. I also like Harmless Harvest. And I also like C2O. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little coconut water into the smoothie. I feel like we might look a little good right there. Let's get this thing started.
You said coconut water.
Coconut water.
So Cocoa Joy. What were the other options?
I like C2O, and I also like Harmless Harvest. Those are my 3 that I really enjoy. The other ones, not so much. Let's get it. Let's see. I gotta do this with y'all more often because when I do it with y'all, it just comes out so nice looking. Let's see.
It's because you're under pressure. So you gotta do your best.
Y'all, the ginger is coming through. Y'all, I think that's it. Y'all. Let's get it glassed up. I think that's it. My mom thought yesterday when she had her smoothie that I put banana in it, and I did not. I think she confused the dates. Yeah. So if you're not a banana person, I don't really do bananas because, funny story, not really funny, more like irritating and annoying. My doctor, right before I had my endometriosis surgery, told me that I couldn't do fruits. Because of PCOS, insulin resistance. He was like, fruits, you can't do fruits, especially not bananas, because a banana has the equivalent of sugar to a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Oh, wow.
And I just looked at him. Not that I really like bananas. I did bananas only in my smoothies. I don't like to eat bananas by itself. And that really had me feeling some kind of way. I did look at his reviews, and other people said the same thing about how extreme he was with what you're eating. And I said that because you really have to find your own way when it comes to your healing journey and finding things that work for you. Natural sugar and fruits are really good, but with PCOS, insulin resistance, you do want to focus more on the berries and the low glycemic fruits, but it doesn't mean you can't have fruit at all. It does not mean you cannot have fruit at all. And there are nutritional benefits for the things that you consume. So I do want y'all to know that.
I'm just putting this in the chat real quick.
Okay.
The smoothie was ginger, turmeric, mango.
Ginger, turmeric. Here we go. Yep. Mango, pineapple, and papaya. And spinach.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe we'll spoon it. Hold on. Because I don't want to add any more to it because, like, over time, it's going to... like loosen. And I like to drink it at my desk and then go in with a coconut water. Do you like coconut water, Coach Natasha?
I never really used it. Like yesterday, I have had some. I'm one of those people, I buy the stuff because it says I should, and then it sits there. So,
gotcha.
Yesterday, actually.
I'm not a huge papaya person. We've juiced it a few times, and it was okay juice. but me nor my mom pretty much like we don't typically just like to eat papaya. And so, but it is really good for you.
I hope we're still there because my.
What happened? What you mean? Where we going? Where are we going?
I don't think we should be going anywhere. My laptop is like, I'm good.
Okay, y'all. This looks a whole lot better. Oh, I don't think y'all can see it. Hold on. Let's pull it down so you can see it. So here we go, y'all. We did a lot better with the glass choice today instead of the big ones where we get the juice in. So I think these are 12-ounce glasses, I believe. I think they're 12 ounce. I'll check because I have a whole Google Doc with all of my juice and smoothie supplies on it. And so, y'all, this is, one more time, running it back, coconut water, ginger, turmeric, spinach, pineapple, mango, papaya, frozen chunks, and 4 dates. All right, this is our green anti-inflammatory smoothie. It is smoothie number 3 on the anti-inflammatory guide. You can download that today. The link is in my show notes and in my bio on IG, but in the show notes on YouTube. And then tomorrow, y'all, that means today we're juicing. Tomorrow, y'all, we're going into juice recipes for my empowered plant-based guide. All right. And so that guide has a lot of fruits, vegetables, grains, a whole bunch of different health, nutritional benefits, spices, and then lots of juices, lots of smoothies, some warm bowls, some salads. All of that is in that plant-based alternative guide for you so we can get in more plant-based meals. All right. More plant-based meals to decrease that inflammation. But remember, it's not just food. It's about movement. Miss Natasha, Coach Natasha just showed us how to get that movement in to help us release tension in the body and to respect our body, honor our body. But then, y'all, guess what? We all woke up today. So we had this mindset that we love ourselves and we value and care for ourselves. So we got it moving and grooving. That's that mindset. So keep loving yourselves, y'all. Keep having a beautiful day because you're owning your day by getting in this movement, making your smoothie, and choosing you and your responsibilities, y'all. We love you. We thank you. But most importantly, thanks for vibing with us, y'all.